Hello everyone. Today I have a very important game to share with you guys, which was played in the Nationals 2026 held in Islamabad. It's a very important game because it will decide who is going to be the national champion of Pakistan for the coming 2 years and who is going to be the runner-up. So, without much further ado, let us begin analyzing the game. In the white spaces, we have Mr. National Master Zaman Sohail, who's also, as you all know, a very strong player, and National Master Zorez Shabkhez, who is also a very strong player. Both are part of the Pakistani chess team that is going to represent Pakistan in the Olympiad that is going to be held in Samarkand. So, without much further ado, let us begin analyzing the game. The game starts off with Zaman Sohail playing the move pawn to d4. You have knight to f6, pawn to c4, g6, knight to c3, bishop g7, and pawn to e4. Very standard King's Indian defense variation. We have pawn to d6, knight f3, castles, bishop e2, pawn to c6. And Zuris likes to play these sort of structures with c6 and d6, and just I don't really like this philosophy of chess where you don't take over the center. But who am I to say anything? He's the runner-up of the National Chess Championship, not me. Uh, okay, so castles, knight bd7, bishop e3, and pawn to e5. He plays d5 and c5 even. So over here, I was analyzing the game with Zorez later on when we came back in Lahore after a few days, and he said he was really happy with this position. He was like, "This is what I wanted out of the opening, a closed center," and now I was really happy, is what he was saying. He was saying pawn to g3 is played, and he said I was shocked by this move because, I wasn't expecting my opponent to play pawn to g3. It doesn't make any sense. The bishop isn't there. I'm not threatening anything. So why play pawn to g3? So he didn't get this move. He just said, okay, I'll continue. Knight to g4. Tempo on the dark squared bishop. What else could I have asked for? Bishop goes to g5. He said, okay, I'll go f6. Bishop d2 and f5. He was like, this is what I wanted. Isn't this what any black player from the King's Indian defense wants? I get f5 in. He's lost a lot of tempo on his bishops. And what else could I have asked for is what basically he wants to say. But knight to g5 is played. And he says that I was shocked by this move. Okay. Now the idea is that I can't really play this because of this. Right? So what do I do? What do I do? He thought for a moment and said, okay, I'll just play knight d to f6. Open up the idea over here, and Zaman plops it in here, and he was like, wow, I'm really shocked by this move because after takes takes, this pawn is really weak, and according to all decent chess knowledge, this shouldn't be winning for white. And he said that I thought that this position is going to be better for me, but over here engine gives Zaman plus 2.7. Why? Well, I guess it would have to do something about with the superior structure or whatnot, but this is just a very dangerous bit of preparation that Zaman had cooked up at home. Anyways, uh, from a very practical standpoint, if you look at it, Black's position seems to be okay. I don't see any major mistakes in the position other than the fact that maybe this pawn can be a bit weak. But let's say King h8, bishop over here, and okay, how do you continue here as black? That's the real question. What can you do over here as black? That's the real question. I don't see many moves. It's a complicated position indeed. Complicated position indeed. Okay, let's say you're like, I'm just going to come after this pawn. Okay, takes, queen takes. Wow, plus 3 advantage. But I guess this light squared bishop is really better than this dark squared bishop. Maybe that could be something, but a bit of serious preparation from black on white side. So knight to f3. After f3, knight to h6 is played. e6, bishop captures e6, d captures e6, rook h8 is bishop h8 is played. Now bishop h8, sorry, king h8 is really important. Why? Because otherwise this move is incoming, and after here he's losing a piece. So let's just say you play something like this, then there's this move, and now after here this move, and this knight is going to get really sidetracked. So that's the reason that king h8 is a very important move. So we have pawn to g4 over here even. Wow, what a move, pawn to g4. You're just really going at it, saying that whatever you do, let's just say you take over here, I take back over there, and now what do? You go back there and I push. So the space advantage is really tremendous over here, and white is playing really well as well. I can't really comment on these moves because these moves seem out of this world to me. So knight goes back, e captures f5, c captures, g captures f5, and knight d5 here. Wow, that's some really good chess over here. Now what do you do here? Uh, Black goes back, or you plays. What do you play over here? Over here, queen c8 is played with protecting against a threat. Like let's say over here, you're just protecting against this threat, I guess. So here, push, rook f7, uh, bishop d3 over here. Now, important thing is that you cannot take over here because of this move. And let's just after takes back, takes. Uh, this position is really strong because let's say you're just forced to take over here, check, here, and Zaman calculated all of this, which is what I'm most surprised by. He saw all of this and thought to himself that okay, I'm going to push f4 now. That's what he saw, and saw that this entire structure is going to crumble and it's going to lead to this position where the threats are going to be absolutely insane, and black queen, although looks scary from afar, calculating a few moves ahead, the king is opening up, you're only have what, a pawn, the queen is getting activated, the bishop is coming in, what are you going to do? But it takes some sort of chess feeling that I have not yet unlocked to be able to play chess like this. So after bishop d3, we've pawn to f4, knight e1 is played. So pawn to f4 is played, not f captures g4, which would have led to this entire variation. Even though f captures g4 seems very logical to the naked eye, pawn to f4 is played instead. Rook, queen e1, knight to c7, and over here the winning move is queen to e4. Very simple, very direct. You are threatening to mate over here, and there is nothing that black can do to stop the mating threat. Knight f5 is played, g captures f5, knight captures d5, queen captures d5, rook captures e7. You get the pawn, but you have to let go of the piece, and that's just GG's. King h1 is played, king h1, knight d7, king g1, knight f6, king knight f, just a couple of moves, and that's just a queen sacrifice to become the national champion of Pakistan, youngest ever to do it as well. And that was the game. Now coming back to a bit of a critical moment, I think over here, and yeah, let me know if you guys like this idea of keeping the best move and evaluation arrows on or not. Really doesn't help me, because it gets a bit difficult to analyze with the best move staring you in the face. But some people messaged me and said that we really like the best move arrow, and we really like to see the valuation bar in the games as well. And I was like, okay, if that's what helps you, so be it. I'll add it in a few videos. If you guys don't like it, let me know. And yeah, that was the game. Thank you.